Greetings Diecast Racing fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Vulcan Raceway. And yes, we're actually at Vulcan Raceway today and there's been a lot of changes. Today kicks off episode 1 of the Mini Mayhem Head-to-Head League with our usual here's our drivers, here's the testing footage. But there's a lot to see. For a start, there has been a lot of building work and there's also been a lot of deconstruction. We'll do a video and an overview of all of that in a second, which we'll cut in next. Then we'll get on to the drivers and we'll finish off with the footage of the testing. So, let's get on with that. Starting down at the bottom end of the track, not a lot has changed. But from here on up, there are a lot of changes. More taxis and buses in the car park to bring people in, because at the moment we're not letting people park here. They're parking at an off-site location due to the construction work going on. And there's your first clue. We've rebuilt the track. But we'll get onto that in a second. There's more construction work going on. There is a filling station going in here, which is what they're building right now. Danny Zuko's construction company doing a lot of the work here has done the road, so we now have a new tarmac road all the way up. The police station hasn't changed, although it is due to have a refit and to have a paint job done on it once we've got all the other work done. There we go. There is the car that Hikari Rin won the last tournament in. And for the biggest change, there's all the cars lined up ready for testing. I'm here with the Flying Fenman, who's going to be doing the honours. The important bit is my garage has had a paint job and the new Raven Customs building has been finished. When I saw what was done on this one and how good this was looking, I needed to spend the money to do that. Pesky interruptions. Anyway, so yeah. When I saw how good the Raven Customs building went, I splurged on a paint job. So here's the cars that the Flying Fenman will be putting down the track in a minute, and we'll focus on the track in a second. We've got new display boards, and we've also got the new track car, which will be coming up in a grudge race soon because of the parking incident in A11 Outlaws. I'll be driving that against the owner of Raven Customs, who's not here at the moment. We'll do a separate video at some point doing that and bringing out some of our cars. Yeah, so Calvin Raven and I will do an introduction and stuff in a bit. Where was I? Yes, so new display boards. We now have, and this blue one is not my one, this is the second blue one that the owner of the track has bought. We now have 4 Aston Martin Vulcans. Notice the carbon fibre hood on this one. The other Vulcan has gone away for cleaning and such like and won't be featuring in this series. But yeah, so this used to be underneath the parking structure, which has been taken away, but this has been maintained, and you can see here the track owner with his Jaguar. We've got some of the other vehicles here. So on to the important bit. The track itself now has an automatic start gate, thanks to the kind gift from 4 Cubed Racing, has sent this for us to use. So we now have an auto start gate. And we've upped our game. We've gone to double wide track. So that's going to run all the way down. You can see the cleaning crew there. One of our track sponsors, the BERCC, Raven Customs. We've got lots more TV vans, so we've got more camera angles to work with. And we now have a set of portable bleachers. And we have a few people that have come in on the bus and taxi to watch the testing. Oh look, there's John at Modelmatic with his car. Tomley RC, again 2 of our sponsors. You can see there the remote start gate from Trigger Point, and of course 4 Cubed Racing, who've come on board as a track sponsor as well. The rest has not changed. So yeah, quite a long bit, but let's get down to the test. So off air, the Flying Fenman has just suggested something, and I think it's a fantastic idea. He has said, because nobody has seen any vehicles going down this track, that he'll take the track car down so people can watch it all the way down, and then we'll just do the normal finish line cam for all of the other vehicles in the competition. So we'll get on with that now. So 2.5 seconds. Oh, what happened there? Interesting. Flying Fenman's okay and back at the top. 2.0 seconds. So the Flying Fenman has taken car A up to the top of the lift. It's going to go down the left hand lane first and then down the right hand lane. And we'll see the times on here, which will be recorded, and then I'll deal with that at the end. Oh, it didn't make it all the way to the end. It reset, and again hasn't quite made it through the finish line. And this is why the Flying Fenman does this. And it went through that time in 2.3. Resetting on the other lane. Straight down, 2.1. Next up is car B, one of my top ticks. 2.0. Now on the right lane. Oh, it spun round and paused part way down. We'll reset. Here we go. Stops on the line at a 2.2. Next up, car C. 1.9, the fastest of the day so far. Now on the right hand lane. And again a 1.9. This is going to be a top pick for this competition. Next up is car D. Oh, and that was interesting. The Flying Fenman's okay, and we've reset. 2.0. Car D on the right hand lane this time. Oh, and crashes just in front of us. We'll reset. Interesting racing. Nice clean one this time with a 1.9, another fast time. Currently the top of the ramp is car E. Nice 2.2 time. Lanes are switched. And a nice 2.1 to finish on the other lane. Next up is car F, the first of the vans. It tracks straighter with a 2.6. And a 2.2 this time. Next up is the red van. Left hand lane, 2.0. Right hand lane. Oh, didn't trigger the finish line, so we need to reset. So this is the second run for car G. 2.2. Next up, car H, the first of the off-brands. This one's a China base with a 2.0. We're now set up on the right-hand lane. And that's a 2.1. Now we have car I, the first of the Matchbox ones. This one's the light blue. Look at that thing go, like a rocket ship. 2.1. Sorry, 2.0. Now it's on the right-hand lane. 1.9 with a flip, or a spin round. Now we're in the final car in the competition, car J. It's the only one that's actually been down the track before. For the day, car J, right-hand lane. And didn't get across the thing, so we'll reset. So this was the faster of the two dark blue Matchbox cars. And it didn't trigger at that time, so we will reset. Here we go. Did that time with, I think, the fastest of the day, which is a 1.7. That concludes the filming of the testing. We'll now do an overview. Right, Flying Fenman's here with me, and we're just going to go over the results and who the drivers are. Starting with car A. The driver for this one is Cuboid from 4Cubed Racing, based in the UK. This is a British horsepower Morris Mini with an orange and white roof with a weight of 43 grams. It was 2.3 on the left, 2.1 on the right, with an average of 2.2. Car B is Crazy Canuck from the A team over in Canada. In this Colour Shifters Mini Cooper, yellow and green, weight 26 grams, the lightest in the competition. On the left-hand lane it was 2.0, on the right-hand lane it was 2.2, to give an average across the two of 2.1. Car C, the Comish from Diecast Daily Racing over in the USA. Wow, this one actually looks like it might perform and might give him a win at last. This is a Hot Wheels Race Team Morris Mini with the blue number 10. It's weight of 34 grams. This one on the left-hand lane was 2.0. On the right-hand lane was 1.9 on the second attempt. So that's a 1.95 average overall. Car D. Car D is Moose from GITB Racing in the USA. In this Hot Wheels multi-pack Morris Mini in green with a black and white checked roof. Weight of 34 grams. Okay, sorry, I got it wrong when I was talking about the Comish. The Comish was 1.9 on both lanes, which gives him the lowest average of the day, and he has the fastest car over both lanes. Anyway, back to Moose. He got the 2.0 in one lane, a 1.9 in the other, to be half a second behind with a 1.9 average. The last of this shape of Hot Wheels cast Morrises, or Minis, proper Minis, not BMWs, is car E. This is driven by Candy Rain of the Essex Hurricanes, based here in England. It is a Hot Wheels Snowstormers Morris Mini in pearl light blue, a weight of 34 grams. That was 2.2 on the left lane, 2.1 on the right, to give a 2.15 average. Moving on, car F. Car F has got the other member of the Essex Hurricanes at the wheel. Himself, Mr. Mason Storm, who didn't do that well in the last competition. Hopefully this time he'll do better. So Mason Storm, Essex Hurricanes, England, in the Hot Wheels City Works 67 Austin minivan, yellow with a black roof, weight 35 grams. Car F was 2.6 on the left lane, 2.1 on the right, with a 2.4 average. I'll try and put this together in a slide and stick this on after this. Next up, car G. What a surprise. Hikari Rin, the one-times champion, because he won the last competition. It's a red car. He works for Raven Customs, who are red. I wonder why he's gone for that one. Anyway, Hikari Rin from Raven Customs, from Cambridgeshire, UK, in this Hot Wheels City Works 1967 Austin minivan, red with a white roof, weight of 39 grams. It's 4 grams heavier than the yellow one beside it, which is exactly the same cast. Anyway, when it came to the speed down the track, more speed, says Clarkson. Anyway, 2.0 on the left, 2.2 on the right, with an average of 2.1 overall. Moving on, Car H. Car H, the China base, did really well. And this is being driven by the Zombie from Else Racing over in the USA. He has raced here before, but not with this track format, as nobody's raced on this track format before, apart from the Flying Fenman. But he's not taking part in the competition. Anyway, so this is a China base 6017 Mini Cooper in cream with a black roof, weight of 38 grams. On the left-hand lane was 2.0, on the right-hand lane was 2.1 with a 2.05 average. Moving on to the first of the Matchbox ones, Car I. Car I is driven by James Sterling, all the way from Gravity Track Grand Prix over in Australia. And this is Matchbox 1964 Aston Mini Cooper in light blue with a checkerboard roof, weight of 30 grams. On the left-hand lane, it was 2.0. On the right-hand lane, it was 1.9 to give a 1.95 average overall, which means he and Car D, which is Moose from GITB Racing, are tied for second place on average over the two runs in the testing video. Moving on. The last car. Now this was the only car that had been down the track before, because we had to do some testing, because we had two that were very similar. They'd both been used before, so I wanted to make sure we had the fastest. So Car J is Matthew Harding from WCDC Racing Team over in New Zealand. Now he drove a BMW in the Teamsters competition and did really well, setting a lap record. I'd like to see him do it again. This is a Matchbox 1964 1275S Aston Mini Cooper in blue, and this one is 32 grams. On the left-hand lane, he set a time of 2.4, or rather the Flying Fenman did in this car. In the right-hand lane, we have our lap record, a 1.7. So that's the fastest that any of these vehicles have been down the track. And that's a 1.7 right-hand lane for Car J, which, excuse me, gives him an average time overall of 2.05. Right, folks, that's it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, stick the notification bell on, do that usual stuff. Who is your picks? Who do you think? Which of these cars is going to prove to be the fastest in competition when they're actually going head to head? We will see, and that will be starting next week, next Monday, same channel, same time. See you then.